Would Betty Yee please come up to the lectern? Betty is somebody that I met down in the Fresno office, and she moved up here, and then she decided that's a terrible thing called retirement. I don't know. But Betty, congratulations. It is my pleasure to read a resolution and to present the resolution to you. This is a resolution commending Betty Yee on her retirement from the California Regional Water Quality Control Board, Central Valley Region. Whereas Betty, a graduate of the University of California at Berkeley, began her career with the Central Valley Regional Water Quality Control Board on April 1st, 1986 in the Fresno office as a water resources control engineer. In the Fresno office, she worked on a variety of projects, including Tulare Lake Triennial Reviews, Kings River, and evaporation basin sampling, lab contract management, and pre-treatment inspections for both PCI and PCA. Whereas it was in Fresno that she sharpened her survival skills during infamous field trips that are legendary in Fresno office lore. You're going to have to tell us about those. The evaporation pond swamping and the Panoche Creek overflow incident. In addition, Betty was one of the first staff members in the office to have use of an individual computer. Yes, times have changed, I tell you. And whereas in 2001, Betty transferred to the Sacramento office, where she was promoted to a senior water resources control engineer. She continued to increase her region-wide knowledge of water quality and basin planning issues and became the guardian and protector of the basin plan. Whereas Betty had an in-depth knowledge of the laws and regulations that support the basin plan and the more than 50 years of background information in our files that provide the rationale for our existing basin plan. This knowledge and the ability to access historic documents in seconds from her unique filing system was invaluable in providing guidance to staff on basin plan amendment projects and assisting staff in implementation of basin plan provisions in permitting and enforcement actions. Your unique filing system. Have to learn more about that. And whereas Betty, in her 30-plus years as a Central Valley Water Board, at the Central Valley Water Board, was the lead staff in conducting triennial reviews of the basin plans, as well as being responsible for working on basin plan amendments on a wide variety of water quality issues, including recent various and exception policies. And whereas Betty was always very handy on the computer, and she shared her expertise with numerous staff over the years that greatly simplified their lives. This assistance was greatly appreciated by all. And whereas Betty in her spare time occasionally fielded phone calls from the state controller office. I asked about this and no one's been able to provide me an answer. And whereas Betty was an incredibly valuable staff member during a long career, she will be greatly missed and very difficult to replace. Hopefully her years of counseling and education of staff will help bridge the gap. And whereas Betty, in addition to being a spectacular worker, was also a great friend to many in both the Fresno and Sacramento offices, both at work and away from work. And whereas Betty, upon entering retirement, can pursue some personal goals, such as improving her bay to breakers time, finding the perfect wine, attending spring training games in Arizona to coax the Giants back to the World Series. Good luck on that. And whereas Betty faithfully served the board and people of California by applying her vast knowledge, skills, and judgment in the protection of the quality of California's waters. Therefore, be it resolved that the members of the Central Valley Water Board and his staff respectively extend to Betty Yee on the occasion of her retirement, following more than 30 years of service to the state, our sincere thanks and appreciation for a job well done. And be it further unanimously adopted this day, 31 May 2018 at the 557th regular board meeting, the Central Valley Regional Water Quality Control Board, A's by all the board members. And I want to thank Betty very much for that job well done, but you got to tell me about those comptroller calls.